Sheltering Arms was established in 1893 because the women of Christ Church Cathedral were concerned about the elderly women of their congregation who had no one to take care of them as they aged and became unable to take care of themselves. So the agency started as a residence for them and has been dedicated to serving older adults ever since. Today, rather than being a home for the elderly, Sheltering Arms provides a wide range of services in the community and in the homes of older adults to allow them to remain living independently for as long as possible. In 2011, through a business combination with Neighborhood Centers, Inc., Sheltering Arms expanded its services even further. Now we're teaching seniors how to take better care of themselves, and we're providing them a variety of ways to stay actively involved in their communities and their neighborhoods. Sheltering Arms is dedicated to making Houston a great place to grow old. We're committed to helping seniors feel valued and respected and like they have options about where and how they live. We're striving to make Houston a place that ensures seniors have quality in their lives. Our mission is to promote the dignity and independence of older adults through service, advocacy, and support for their caregivers. We fulfill that mission by offering a comprehensive continuum of care that not only meets the needs of the frail and vulnerable senior, but offers support to those who are more active as well. We also help family caregivers since they are the ones most often on the front line of elder care. As the population of our community ages, and indeed it is, what we need is for everyone of all ages to work together to ensure that this continuum of care is strong and sufficient to take on the wave of older adults coming our way. Sheltering Arms is effective because we believe that older adults are perfectly capable of learning new things, including how to manage their own health. So we give them tools that they need to do that. We also leverage relationships with families who have 24/7 responsibility for a person with Alzheimer's disease. These folks don't necessarily mind caring for their older loved one, but they sure could use a break once in a while. And we partner with community members because it's been our experience that neighbors will gladly step up to help if you provide them with a way to do so. Right now, there aren't enough resources available to address all of the challenges faced by older people in our community, so there surely won't be enough when the number of seniors grows from 7 to 20% of our population. At Sheltering Arms, we're doing all we can to make this transition as smooth as possible for aging seniors and their caregivers. What makes Sheltering Arms effective is our experience, our passion, and the broad array of services we provide to older adults and their families. Our comprehensive continuum of care starts with numerous opportunities for social and civic engagement, and it includes a rich menu of health promotion and disease prevention courses. It continues on to provide support in the homes of older adults who need help with basic things like cooking and bathing. And we have a day center that specializes in caring for individuals with Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Our social workers and care managers are some of the most experienced and knowledgeable in the community. They help connect seniors to services they need, they counsel, and they conduct support groups for families. And they are tireless advocates for their clients. We measure success in a whole variety of ways at Sheltering Arms, and most of them boil down to numbers and statistics. But how we really know we've succeeded is when we hear things like, Mrs. Jones can go to church again because she's taken control of her heart condition after taking our chronic disease self-management class, and she's feeling well enough to attend. Or we hear, Mr. Parsons can eat now because his care manager found him an affordable dental clinic and he has teeth again. We know we've got it right when Ms. Thomas avoids going to a nursing home because her home care assistant stepped in and showed her she had options. And this is pretty remarkable when you understand that Ms. Thomas has no family in the area and her macular degeneration has made it impossible for her to cook safely. And when a family member whose mother has Alzheimer's disease describes our Dementia Day Center, as one recently did, our Rock of Gibraltar, my safety net, my godsend for safe and constant relief, we know we've succeeded indeed. When most people think about senior centers, they think about a nice little place where old folks can have a hot noon meal, play some games, and do some crafts. While things like dominoes and craft projects are indeed part of many senior center programs, that's not all there is to them. Sheltering Arms Senior Centers are really learning centers that offer everything from computer classes to disease management programs. While seniors may learn a craft there, they may also turn that craft into income for themselves. Senior centers really are wellness centers in every sense of the word. Sheltering Arms Alzheimer's Day Center is also often misunderstood. Those who haven't spent time there think it must be so depressing, with folks just sitting around, unable to do anything, and that's not true. And I invite anyone to spend time with us to see just how not true that is. Our most recent accomplishment was a significant expansion of our continuum of care. We've recently added 15 senior centers and 6 health promotion programs to our service array. Now we offer the most comprehensive mix of services targeting older adults in Houston. 2 of these centers are nationally accredited, an accomplishment achieved by only about 200 of 15,000 centers nationwide. Our Alzheimer's Day Center remains one of our greatest sources of pride as well. We built the current facility from the ground up with this population in mind, and it's remarkable to see how the right building combined with the right programming can produce an environment that makes such a dramatic difference for the individuals who attend. Third, we've enhanced our care management program in recent years in unprecedented ways by incorporating evidence-based and best practices into our service delivery model. So for example, our care managers are now trained in effective ways to reduce clients' depression and caregiver stress, as well as help seniors improve their financial stability. Organizations that focus on older adults are always a bit vulnerable, simply because seniors are then compared to other marginal and at-risk groups, namely children. It's never our intent to pit one group against the other, but we live in a culture that sees youth as the future and aging as past or too late. We don't want to think about getting old, and most people believe that programs like Medicare and Medicaid will take care of them when they do. This is simply not true, and it shocks just about everybody when they discover the financial, physical, and emotional hardship that seniors and families experience when elder care becomes their reality. But with the population so rapidly aging, it's really just a matter of time before everyone understands why attention needs to be given to these challenges. With additional resources, Sheltering Arms would first and foremost create scholarship programs that would allow more poor and low-income families and seniors to access our services, particularly our home care and Alzheimer's Day Center programs. We would also add new evidence-based intervention to these programs and our other programs, so we know that what we're doing has real and quantifiable impact. Additional resources would also allow us to expand services and supports we're already providing to family caregivers. We need more support groups, particularly in the evenings. We'd like to be partnering with corporations to provide educational programs and one-on-one consultation to their employees who are caregivers. These folks are struggling to balance their work, raising their family, and taking care of an older loved one. These caregivers are truly the backbone of our elder care system, and we cannot afford to let them break. The population of seniors in Houston and Harris County is a multifaceted group, with the fastest growing growth being in the Hispanic and Asian ethnic groups. Diversity is one of Houston's hallmarks, and how each culture thinks about aging and handles elder care responsibilities is very different. While Sheltering Arms welcomes the opportunity to serve all seniors, We don't have a strong presence in the Hispanic or Asian communities with our home care and our Alzheimer's Day Center services. Were we able to fill that gap, Sheltering Arms would stand alone in every aspect of senior services.